The finale of Common Side Effects is coming up, so I want to give a quick recap of what has happened so far because I think it's a great show and not many people are talking about it. So this is Marshall, and he has found this special mushroom that can heal literally anything, even death.
What the f- What the
But even though he has discovered something that can change the world, he has an issue of wanting to help people but not knowing how he should do it. One thing he is sure of, though, is that he is not going to let it get into the hands of pharmaceutical companies, and that's where his old high school lab partner and crush, Frances, comes in. They end up reuniting, but what Marshall doesn't know is that Frances works for one of the very pharmaceutical companies that he hates. But once she finds out about this mushroom, she becomes intrigued as she believes it can help her with her position at the company. She also ends up giving it to her mother, who has degenerating in front of her, and when she gets the mushroom, she suddenly improves. Frances is determined to share this mushroom with the world through the pharmaceutical company. By now there are two different groups who have also learned of the existence of this mushroom and are after Marshall, his old mentor Hildy, who has her own plans that Marshall isn't comfortable with, and the extremely wealthy big pharma company owner Jonah, who has government connections and sends the DEA after Marshall.
Look at the shell.
No, he's not.
No. Yeah, it is.
No, he's from Peru. Okay. Please, just keep moving.
And then a crap ton of crazy stuff happens, so I guess you'll just have to watch the show if you want to know the details. Haha, I tricked you into watching the show. But to sum up how we got to the 9th episode, Marshall eventually gets sent to jail where he finds out Frances has been lying to him and took the mushroom and is selling it to the pharmaceutical company. And at first it seems like she's going to be able to sell this mushroom through the company and it's going to be this huge thing. But she suddenly comes to work and finds that everything has been shut down. Jonah told her boss that selling the mushroom would just make the world worse. If everything can be healed, even death, then people will only become more violent, making sure to kill people in ways that ensure they won't be brought back to life. Frances and her boss then decide to start their own company, although their synthetic medication doesn't seem to be nearly as good as the mushroom. Marshall ends up escaping from prison with the help of a scientist who used the mushroom to heal her son. She ends up bringing him to Hildy, who she works for, who has started her own little commune where she is trying to grow the mushroom. It can't be grown without substrate though from Marshall's tortoise, which she does end up allowing her to use. He's clashing with Hildy though, as he doesn't like how she's running things. First she tries to make a tincture from the mushroom, which Marshall thinks will use up too much of it and they'll end up overworking the tortoise. To add to that, the armed men, who are like Hildy's henchmen, are charging people to be healed, which Marshall never wanted to do. That's when a man who Marshall had saved several episodes ago from death appears with a gun, saying he wished Marshall hadn't saved him, as he keeps seeing little men. Throughout the show, we've also been seeing these mysterious little men and people who end up taking the mushroom, but this is the first time anyone has actually said anything about them, and one could say that these little men are a common side effect. I said so. One could say Hildy grows tired of Marshall's insistence that this isn't the right way to use the mushroom, and she pushes him off a cliff, killing him for the 5th time in this show. What? And lastly, the billionaire Jonah, who tried to extinguish every mushroom so humanity would always need medication from companies like his, is suddenly diagnosed with a fast-acting cancer. He's told he only has weeks to live, maybe even days. He is now desperate to find the very mushroom he wanted to destroy. And I guess just as a bonus, there is a couple of detectives that you may have seen some viral clips of showing their amazing bond. At this point of the show, they have sadly broken up, not romantically, their friendship has broken up. Capano has become determined to learn the truth of what's happening, as this whole mushroom thing is being kept secret from him, from even his bosses. And Harrington is so worried about doing her job that she decides to pretend like she doesn't see the truth looking her in the face. And that is what leads up to the final episode, The Raid, coming out in a few days. So like and follow if you like this video, and comment below what you think of the show so far. Thanks for watching.